All right, nice. So, opgg them. And then your little note. So did you write these or did I write these previously? What note?
So it's a combination. It's a combination. It's a combination of the previous coaching session, educational videos from YouTube, your educational videos, I mean, and after having played some games and having shit, as you will see in the OBGG. Then I sat down and I said, okay, like, why am I casting? I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing that wrong, you know. So I kind of wrote down how to not do.
Okay. Oh, you wrote quite a lot actually. Let's put it here then. So, you're giving me homework already.
Giving what?
Homework already.
Sorry.
So
we can skip some stuff if you.
Well, you know what? Let's start with TLDRs. In the interest of time. So, communication fundamentals. Don't expect teammates to be better than you so that they will read your mind or somehow know what they should be doing. Motherfucker. All file. Actually, that should be a better way of handling this. Give me a sec. Download this. Cool. Open. Cool. Right. Give me 1 second. New file. That new file. Open. File. Desktop.
I created it with the notes up.
Okay. So, communication fundamentals. Don't expect teammates to be better than you so that they will read your mind or somehow know what they should be doing. You are all in the same elo for a reason. Communicate what you want / need in a constructive way. If you have nothing good to say, then don't speak. True. Well, good luck actually doing this consistently, but yes, if you do this, that's gonna be very beneficial.
Yeah.
Wait, you can see my fucking. Oh my god, I mean. So,
I can see the notes.
Yeah. Cool. Wave management. So this is good. A good summary. Wave management fundamentals. Yes. Mostly with pings. I would add this. So yeah, ping first, and if there is an elaborate plan that you want to do, like I don't know, going behind them at level 1 and such, then you can write it out if they don't have an idea. If it's hard to communicate the idea with pinging, but usually you should be able to communicate most of the things. Yeah. Wave management fundamentals. Push. Nice. Never autopilot anything. I mean, I'll actually check this. If objective is up, push. If battle is up, push. If jungle invades, push. Okay, so yes, but you wanna push before that happens so that you can move and you're putting the guy into a bad situation. So before jungle invades. If the jungle invades and there are waves, it takes time for you to go there, and if the enemy also goes there, then you might be late, which might be, yeah, so this is not complete. The idea is good, but not complete. If scuttle is up, before scuttle is up, push. Before objective is up, push. All of these are before. Yes, because then you will have priority, which means that you can move faster than the enemy ADC. And if he moves, he loses, and if he doesn't move, he loses. Does that make sense? Never push without vision. Okay, never siege without vision. That would be a more appropriate way of saying this, because you want to push the wave and then sieging and taking plates, shooting the tower is what I'm meaning by sieging. So if you are under the enemy tower and you don't have vision, then you are at a very big risk of dying. If enemy jungle is bot side, then less it only. Okay, that's good. It also depends on whether your jungler is here as or not, because if your jungler is here as well, then yeah, that might change things. The problem with these things is that everything is so complicated in terms of there are so many situations in which you need to do completely different things. How do
It's extremely situational.
how do I give you a good general rule?
I think I understand it. Like the way I written it doesn't really showcase that, but I didn't want to create another long part.
All right, if you understand it, then we can go ahead and continue. So
Yeah.
I don't care whether it's written correctly. I care that you know what's up. The enemy mid is missing, then let's hit. If jungle top side, if the jungle is top side, going to top side or pathing top side, then let's hit only. Yes. So none of these are wrong, but none of them are complete. That's the problem with it. Okay, if you head and you win 2v2, let's hit. Listen, this will be the fundamental. Like I'll let you know how what I usually tell people regarding wave management. If you have somewhere to be, push. If not, let's hit on. And somewhere to be can be break, grab fight, getting vision, recalling, these things. Okay, if you need to do something on the map, then push first, because then it gives you a small amount of time, a window of time during which you are free to move and you're not losing anything for it, right? And if you don't have anywhere to be, then it's fine to just less hit most of the time. This is not complete either, but this will go a long way if you do it this way. So this cannot really be punished. At least.
Even in reading it, and what I wrote.
Yes, too many ifs, and yeah. And this is both too many and not enough at the same time. You know, if you want to go into very much detail, then this is not enough. And if you don't want to go into too much detail, then it's too much. Anyway, this kind of perfectly showcases that you're emerald for a reason. This is not wrong, but not complete. All right, so do this for a while and you will see exceptions to this rule sometimes, and check back what the exceptions were. And then try to learn from those. And add and slowly add to this by learning from when you shouldn't be doing these. Okay?
Okay.
Cool. Generic rules. You don't have a TLDR for this. Cool. Keep track of summoner spells. Yes. Keep track of big abilities. Examples, Summoner W. Yes. And team fights. So let's read it all and then I might add something to this. Keep track of mana and HP. Cool. Utilize your item / level lead. Power spikes are important. Yes.
I don't really do that. That's why I wrote it. Yeah, like sometimes I have an extra item and I'm just last hitting when I can just take the face.
Yes.
But I just stay here.
Yes. Do not try to fight if it looks uncertain. Okay, yes. Don't go for coin flip plays. Always try to go for plays that created by your support, for good plays created by support. Yes. You are totally fine with just AFK farming. You are scaling. Yes, sir. Do not coin flip. Do not follow bad calls or fight. Yes. So, yeah, I would like to add, do not be afraid of letting your support int. Like, if they are inting, just let them die. If they are molding, mute them. If lane looks doomed, game is not over. Mid-late game scale and enemy misplays are both very real. Shutdowns. Shutdowns.
Usually I go mental if lane is doomed.
Yeah. I agree with you, but we shouldn't, because this is ingrained in us because we played for a long time, and before the shutdown system got implemented, this was basically correct. But ever since shutdowns are a thing, you can come back almost every game, especially in solo queue, because people run it down all the time. Protect your mental above all. Mute all chat, enable only pings and your chat. Wait, mute all chat, enable only pings and your chat. Yeah, I guess that works. Yes. Teammate, team chat. Control yourself, do not flame people even if they deserve it. Yes, true.
Yeah.
Use chat
Also
only
give
for
advice.
timers. Yeah, so you can give, I mean, it's kind of hard to assess. So sometimes, you know what, I won't even mention it. Keep this. Good.
Of course, by the way, just because I've written all this down doesn't mean I do it now from now on in every game.
Yes. The other thing is that if you know what you can do and you can do in these things, just focus on one thing at a time. Make sure not to want to do everything at the same time. So pick something for laning phase, pick something for mid game and for team fighting, and just focus on those things. Like let's say that you want to focus on less hitting and then you hyper focus less hitting during the laning phase. Then on the mid game you hyper focus on going for the mid waves every single time before you do anything else between the waves. And then for team fights, for example, you focus on front to backing and positioning correctly with your teammates' position in mind. So these are three things that you are focusing on, but focus on it until they become habitual. And once that happens, you can move on to other things. But don't try to learn how to CS and then wave management at the same time on bot lane, and then try to learn one thing at a time, because yes, we all want to be challenger today, but this is how the brain works. Cool. Try to prioritize, and before you decide what you think you should be focusing on, try to see what your biggest weaknesses are, and then that will give the most value for your time and effort, to fix your biggest holes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I don't know where we were actually. Don't coin flip. Yes, if lane looks doomed, the game is not over.
Forget about LP, I think.
Forget about that. Yeah, play for improvement. Yeah, play for improvement. Nothing else.
It's the next one. Learning mentality.
Fixing mistakes, mentality over I need to win. Okay, cool. Do not die. I mean, yeah, true. And, generic rule. Maximize farm. And then everything else. If you do this well on ADC, then all of these have to be done well. But, this is legit the most important thing on ADC, because that is the consistent source of income that will be in every single game, regardless of everything. So if you do this well, then you're gonna be a good ADC. When mid lane place a control ward towards the objective you'll be playing for. Yeah. Especially the mid lane bushes, because that allows you to CS and then transition towards the side that you want to after taking the wave. Okay, recall timers. Never hit tower in early levels. It takes way too long to take plates. Okay, true. Maybe sometimes you can hit it once, but usually it's a mistake to hit it. Yes, to prog, the crystal. But yeah, this is actually good. Genuinely, this is a good. Don't even change it. Cool. Never overstay when you have killed them. Recall instantly to gain the advantage. Okay, this is not quite perfectly true. So sometimes, or actually often, it will be the play to push the wave, because you get the wave and you lose nothing for it in exchange.
It depends on the wave state.
It depends on the wave state and the enemy jungler's position and the enemy mid laner's position and your jungler's position. Yeah, it depends on lots of information, but yes, mainly the wave state. Also, it depends on how quickly you and your support can push together, whether your support is alive or not. I would change this to after killing enemy on lane, think before you act. And yeah, you know what the things are. I mean, if you wanna, I can write it out, the things that I just listed. But yeah, think whether you push or recall immediately depending on the things we just discussed. Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Cool. Once you have 450 gold, try to recall for cool. Okay, so this is also not always true. Not always true. If you do this always, then it's gonna give you a good amount of consistency. But if you can slow push into cheat or recall, then it's a good idea to do this all the time. Almost always. But it also depends on how much HP you have, how much HP the enemy has, how quickly they push, whether your support stays to catch the wave after they push the upcoming wave or not. Because if they do, then that's huge. Like, again, many things.
Yeah, situational.
Yes. Yes. I actually don't know what to write here. So try to summarize what I just said to you and and try to complete it here.
I understand, yeah. I understand.
Cool. Make your buys fast. Yeah.
I spend a long time sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes me too, but yes. The faster you are, the less XP you're missing, and it actually adds up. That's something I actually never even mentioned. That's also CS spamming, if you buy quickly. Try to match enemy recall timers plus your supports. What does this mean, actually?
Like, many times when I'm not into a queuing, my support randomly decides to go B. If I stay in lane and I'm half HP, half mana, and he comes back, tempo is kind of up. Because items, he's mana, I don't items. Half HP, half mana, you know, that's...
Yes.
It's like it's we're not on the same page, kind of.
Sometimes you're not on the same tempo. That's how you call it, by the way. If you have tempo, there are many ways of defining tempo in League. There are many different situations where tempo means different things, but in this situation, you are off tempo with your HP, your mana, and your gold. If both of those, so all three of those things are at max and your gold is at 0, then you're on full tempo with your support because he recalled. Anyway, I just want you to know that this is how you call it.
Yeah.
And
this is what
yeah. The other thing is that this doesn't necessarily mean that that's a mistake. So if he recalls because he's half HP and so are you, but you can stay under tower because they for sure can dive you. Then after that, you also recall and support catches the wave. They get solo XP and you get solo XP as well. So you're basically minimizing the damage done to you if you absolutely have to recall. So sometimes it's beneficial to do this.
Yeah, sure.
I just want you to know that this doesn't necessarily mean that you should always be looking to do this. That being said, if you know that you can full send the enemy if you go back together, then yeah, it's a good idea to be on the same tempo with your support, yes. In later levels, when you have one item, you could maybe sneak an extra wave in. So it depends on how quickly you push. Yeah. Right.
But for example, I go to Vision, they think I've gone very cool, then I get an extra wave, and then I recall. Then they lose a wave.
Yeah. What you can do in this situation is channel your recall and then cancel it at the end of it, and then wait for like 2 seconds, and by the time the enemy will have finished it, and then you can do this for free. But this is also very situational, because if support is there, you're fucked. If jungle is there, you're fucked. Anyway, before the game, identify if and how you win lane 2v2. Yes, in conditions of both your side and the enemies. Try to play for yours and avoid the enemies. So a very simple example, you're playing against Zerat support and you have Pike. You want to avoid getting poked out and you want to full send it whenever you can. But for you to be able to kill them whenever the hook actually lands, you need not to be 0 HP, otherwise you can't finish it anyway. So yeah. What abilities you need to avoid? Yes, and this in general for team fighting as well. And it's a good idea to repeat it during mid game when you have a bit of a time, bit of free time, when your brain can just think a bit between like 2 waves or so, because there are no camps and there is nothing to do. Then think about what your gonna have to avoid during team fights. Whether you need to go AP or AD, yeah. To be honest, I'm guilty of doing this in the first 15 seconds. And then maybe after first recall, yeah. What your full build is going to look like. You know what? This is something I don't really think about that much, because when I know that I'm going AP or AD, I'm basically... So this can change during the game. Like, let's say the enemy mages are turbo fucking 1v9ing and the enemy ADs are useless, then I'm getting very fed. And if you're fed, then it's better to buy defensives over offensive usually. And in this case, I would go Banshees 4th, perhaps, instead of Zonya, which is something that usually people pick up, right? So it's not bad to think about it before the game, but this can change.
Sure. Yeah, it can change, but yeah, like as a generic rule, as a gospel.
I personally don't do this. And it's also nice to identify things you don't have to do, because there are so many things you have to do. So your brain will have more things to think about, you know. Like more brain power to allocate towards other things that you also need to be thinking. Like it's alright to always think about what the next one is gonna be. Like, you know what the general build is, because as you know your builds, right? You know that when you're gonna build crit, you're gonna build LDR, probably Fiend Hunter, shit like that.
Yep.
Anyway, don't feel like
Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Good one. Maximizing CS. Take camps after you have at least 2 items between waves. Oh, interesting. I mean, I wouldn't even think about doing this on bot lane before the mid game. I guess this is true after you have 2 items. I mean,
Of course, this is situational again, right? Like,
yeah.
I write as a general rule, like if I can.
Yes. So keep it in mind that that's an option, and take it if everything aligns again. Look for lanes that leak CS. Yes, sir. Always push the wave first, and then move. Yes, sir. Yes. Good. Team fights. So honestly, it'd be ideal if you could write short sentences like this to most of these things. Try to really capture the essence of this, because maximizing CS, there are many more things you can do for maximizing CS, but this is what you are lacking most, I think. And yeah, because we could say that, I don't know, less hit better, practice less hitting, and shit like that, like recall better, and then don't touch the plate, and you know, but
yeah.
All right, so.
By the way, the stream is kind of frozen.
What do you mean? On Discord?
Like,
give me a second. I mean, do you see Discord right now? All right, let me reshare.
Oh, okay.
Is it good?
Yeah, no, I can see. Yeah.
Cool. Team fights. Never position away from your team. Okay, what does this mean in your mind?
Many times the team fight starts and I'm like very far away, either very further away behind them because I fucked up my own tempo, or I somehow find myself playing randomly fucked for no reason. Sometimes it happens, not always, not so much that it becomes a problem, but still I wrote it down to kind of defend it, not bleed.
Okay,
yeah, that's it.
I don't completely agree with this, because you're mostly playing Kai'Sa, right? And Kai'Sa, especially in late games, can function as an assassin.
Sure, yeah.
So, usually true, never not true. Like, if you absolutely have to one-shot someone that is isolated from your team and you can see it, then it's good to go for it. Like, you W them from 2 screens away and then you one-shot it before they realize.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Never is.
Yes. If frontline takes a long time to kill, look to play back to front instead. I also don't completely agree with this. So there is a lot more nuance that has to be said. Okay. So in team fights, whether you play front to back or not depends on your comp, on the enemy comp, and how tanky the enemy front line is, how tanky your front line is, how tanky they are compared to your team's DPS. That's what really matters. So how tanky the enemy front line is compared to your team's DPS, and how tanky yours is compared to theirs, right? So if the enemy ADC is fed and you don't have a tank, then you don't really want to be front to backing that much. But I always suggest starting by playing front to back usually, because without how do I say this? Ramping up your damage with lethal tempo, stacking lethal tempo on frontline creatures and rage blade, and then if you have Kraken, then Kraken. Without doing all of these things, usually you won't be able to one-shot the enemy backline. But if you do all of this, then you will be able to. And then if you ult in during team fights, that's gonna be very beneficial. Now, that being said, if you have a Yasuo Diana combo like Wukong, Lissandra, shit like that, and they catch the enemy backline, then you wanna immediately ult in, yes. So these are the things to think about. Cool. Prioritize staying alive more than killing. Cool. Yes. As an ADC, that's a good general rule. Yes. Prioritize killing champs like Soroka, Lulu, Nomi. They buff enemies, making it hard to kill them while easy to kill you. I mean, so this is how I usually prioritize. I try to at least. Carries first, support second, and then all assassins also. I guess they kind of count as carries also, but let's say it like this. So you want to one-shot anything that deals a fuck ton of damage and are squishy. And these creatures have the most potential damage. These deny and help these other creatures. And then come bruisers. And then come tanks, right? But, you start by hitting these because these are the guys that usually are going to be in the front line. Anyway, so this is what I would suggest for you to prioritize.
Okay, that's good.
Before team fights, recognize the ways you die and avoid them. Mouse a funny button, Rengar one shots, net full combo, true. Yes. That's a specific stuff. Be totally okay with giving up XP and gold as long as you are weak in the early game, and most of the times lane will be lost, and that is okay. You are not Caitlyn, respect the enemy at all times. Ooh, I don't agree with this. So you need to know what your win con is. So try to get XP whenever you can. So don't be totally okay with giving up XP. But do it when you must. Okay? And respect the enemy at all times. Yes, unless the conditions for you to win align. Like during laning phase, for example. This is early levels, right? So this is just playing, like, basically. Where the fuck is it? Generic rules. I actually don't remember where that was before the game. I don't remember where it was, but play to your win con on bot lane and play away from the enemy win con. Like if
identify who wins to the 2 and how. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you do this, then this comes naturally. Cool. Play for your evolves. You need stats. True. And that's one of the main reasons. I think, yeah, I watched the video recently. And it was quite a few years ago. Well, it was from quite a few years ago. And Kai'Sa, that was a Kai'Sa guide. And Kai'Sa got 2 evolve by buying Kraken plus 2 longswords, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, because the items used to be giving a lot more stats because they were stronger. There was a patch, I don't know how long ago, but every single item's gold efficiency got fucked. So basically, all items give a lot less stats now. And that actually completely fucked Kai'Sa over.
That's why we have 48.
I guess, yes. Yes, sir. Anyway, Baron usage. Recall after taking Baron with your team to match their tempo. Recall after taking Baron with your team to match their tempo. Yeah, that's good. Don't immediately recall after Baron, only if there are big waves close to you and you need the extra gold for... Yeah, that's so. These are literally my words.
Yeah, I know.
Push mid and then rotate side lane with your teammates for number advantage. Push mid and then rotate side lane with your teammates for number advantage. Yes, sir. I mean, you don't always have to do this, but sometimes it will be you that have to do this. So if someone else does it, then it's better because you should just go to bot lane ASAP. Because during the transition, you actually can get caught.
Yeah,
Take as many of their towers and inhibitors as possible. Yeah. Yeah. Inhibs only after like 22 or so minutes. Yeah.
Actually, I heard like I was first of like why and then
Yeah.
free gold, free.
Yes, and you lose it because the minions, the siege minions, are gonna actually kill the minions, and you're not gonna be there to take it.
Sure, yeah.
All right. Should I send it back?
So that was it.
Or
Sure, yeah.
cool.
That was it for the notes.
I didn't write everything there, but most of the things you should find for the most
I
part.
understand. Yeah, don't worry. I did.
Cool.
Especially if I contact with the
Yes, sir.
upload. Yeah.
I'll upload it and I send the link. Cool. All right. So should we look at opgg?
Sure. Go with it.
Well, let's start here
More,
and then filter for Kai'Sa.
which is like the only time.
Ah, nice. So, Bro decided to lock in yesterday.
Yes, I decided with you.
What the fuck? What the fuck? You should make a video of this.
I actually have it.
Nice.
But it's not uploaded. Not one of the.
Do it.
Uploaded first.
And you're getting so many kills. Like, you're getting so many kills. I always like to compare the stats with mine, like always, because we're playing on our level, you know. So the stats are very interesting in terms of comparing playstyles. So you die a bit fewer times than I, you get more kills, and you get more assists. So you're just better at your level than I am at mine. Straight up. And you have more CS, but actually I have more CS than you. But it's very, very close. It's very close, actually. Anyway, so this means that you should be able to climb. Because I'm hoping to climb myself a tiny bit, see? So, yeah, genuinely just keep it up. But honestly, there is nothing else to say. Because you're smurfing in all the games, no?
Trying, honestly. Most of the games I have the support as a most of the games. Usually super stress, like smurfing them.
Yeah, well then you're getting carried. That's cheating.
But the thing is that then I have to do the game. Like she carries me in the lane, but then I have.
Yeah, but then that's the easy part. What the fuck?
Yeah, not always.
Hello? What the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah. We, by the way, hard lost.
Really? Okay, so let's go over it. First of all, yeah. What are the summoners? Always take note of the summoners, because then you will know whether you can flash in for a kill or not. Here, you can't. So yeah, they have heal and ignite, you have barrier and exhaust. So this barrier counters the ignite, so that's good, right? And exhaust kind of counters nothing. I have no idea why you guys have exhaust. Actually, it's gonna be good for later. So this was picked for the game and not for lane. So you need to recognize this. All right. So what's the win con for them and for you?
For us, it's send it, and for them, it's poke.
So what can you do to try to negate their win condition?
Position away from the ground. That's for. But I guess that's it.
No. You can also try to get the push. So you want to push as much as you can, because if you are the one that's pushing, then they are the ones that have to walk up or either use up their abilities on the wave to last hit, right? In which case they can't use their abilities on you, so you're not getting poked. So thereby you denied their win con. Or if you allow them to push you, then you will be the one that has to walk up. And they will know where you will be for a moment every single time you go for a CS, so they can just hit you. The other thing you can do, if you absolutely cannot get the push, then don't stand on top of your wave. So they have to make a decision of whether they push or poke you, and thereby minimizing their win condition. And one more thing. Oh yeah, try to bait abilities by acting as if you're gonna walk up for last hitting, but then actually walking back right before that. It's fine to miss a few CS by doing this, because then they will be thinking about things, and then they might miss chances when you're gonna walk up for CS. One more thing, what can you do to both maximize your win con and minimize theirs in terms of when should you engage them?
After random execute, random poke.
Yes, that's good. So missing spells, but I was thinking about doing it when you're still full HP or close to full.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. And actually, I have no idea what the fuck this is. Like, I don't know how this functions. It kind of pokes, it kind of all-ins. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I guess it's similar to you to a certain extent. But yeah, all you have to do is wait for Trash to do his thing and follow up on it. Cool. One more thing here. Regarding the first bush on bot, the middle one. You should, with a hooker champion, always bring Oracle. Like one Oracle.
Yeah. I told her about this strat, but she forgot to take it this game.
Okay, if the hook support doesn't bring it, and because it's not your duo, or if it's your duo anyway, if it forgets, you should bring it yourself, because what happens is that they, and by the time in the enemy is going to ward the bush, which you should also, so use your ward to push to the bush, and then use the Oracle to clear the ward. And then they have two options, which is either contest you for taking the ward, or not contest, and then you took a ward for free, right? And then you have the positional advantage. If they contest it, then the hook support has a free hook, right? So after all of this happens and you've taken your ward or your kill, if you get the kill, then we're being chilling, right?
Yes.
If you don't get the kill but they engage you, you poke them out, so you get the push. You can look for either you can look for a cheater, you call them, or if the stars align, you might even get a kill. But if they just give up the ward, which they should do, then you should position yourself into the third bush, like this one. And if they walk up, then you move out, auto Q, move back, and they will shoot a spell into it. Try to dodge it if you can, but yeah, just try to make their lives miserable. What they are going to do, they are gonna ward this bush, this one, and then they won't have a ward until minute 3. You tell this to your jungler, and then they're gonna die. Cool.
Okay.
So it's like chess. You can kind of force their mistakes because you have an advantage, which is that you have a hook champion, so you're stronger at all-ins, and you can force that all-in. Yeah. Cool. So actually what they should do in this situation is not ward this bush at all, because they can't contest the all-in. Or the other thing they can do, one more thing they can do actually, is that the support tanks the hook on purpose, and then they both of them focus you, in which case you are kind of fucked, because you either kill the support and get traded back 1-for-1, or you're not gonna get a kill. So these are the things that they can do. But yeah, anyways, we're here for you. So yeah.
Let's see what happened actually.
So we ward, they ward. Okay, I guess we're just waiting patiently. So this is the problem. If people don't know what's up with these words, then we're just gonna handshake and that's all. But you actually have an advantage which you can use if you know what to do.
Especially if we have Oracle.
Yes, that's what I mean. If you have Oracle, then you can actually do things here. Otherwise, we're just standing here. So, yes, we're getting poked. At least you didn't stand on top of your wave, so that's good. Alright, you can actually just... yeah, if it wasn't for the minions, you could actually go for the kill. So, generally, if your hooker manages to catch the enemy carry, then you can all in, like actually go and diving for it, because this guy doesn't have enough DPS to actually survive against you with your barrier and yeah, everything. But in this case, it's good that you didn't overcome it. This is something I need to work on myself, because I'm fucking inting it sometimes. Because I might just fucking go for it, and then I think this guy just trades back, especially because they have more caster minions also. You're using this bush very well, by the way. You could use it a tiny bit better at the end, but before then, it's very good. Very good. Okay, so you should still keep doing that, what you did. You shot out of the bush, and now they are actually seeing you. So this is a pretty shitty situation, because your support is a cannon minion. They have 3 casters, and they're gonna shoot you for free. Because the hook is on cooldown, right? So if you keep dropping vision, though, then it's a completely different matter altogether. What it would do is force a ward here. And then after that, actually you should drop the vision by moving over here and then here to keep shortening the distance to your tower as well.
Yeah.
Because if you do it here, then you might get fucked, because you're just gonna get all in anyway. But you know, like 3-4 more autos and this guy dies.
Yeah. I got healed with the beginning, but still.
Yes. So getting kill is nice. Honestly, you can actually barrier there if you want to. I think you can barrier there. And that's actually good as well, because you'd be in a lot more HP. So don't be afraid to barrier in such situations. Generally, I recommend you to try to barrier around 50% HP, because you know that cut down and cut the grass is in the game, right?
Yeah.
So on 50% HP, neither of those runes are gonna actually proc. So that way you can actually maximize your barrier's value. So yeah, now, do you remember what their wing gun is?
The poke.
Yes, sir. And what did you get?
Tower.
Yes, what did you do?
We're getting 200 power.
And you're getting poked out. And now, even if a hook lands, it's not so simple anymore. So, honestly, they actually gave you the free kill here, if you just play it perfectly. The other thing you can possibly do is try to make distance between Brand and Renata. And if she follows, then she basically dies here, because your DPS should be higher because of your passive.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, she has 49 AD. You have 72. That is such a huge difference. Yeah, you can just kill him here.
But would they just flash after him? As well?
Do you mean... No. This guy would follow you into here if you walk over there, for sure. If he doesn't, then you won the trade. Anyway.
Okay.
But here, that way, you're basically denying Brand from hitting you. You know the triangle rule?
Yeah.
So yeah, that way you're 1v1ing instead of 1v2ing, and then the minions also count for the champion. So you're right now 1v3ing instead of 1v1ing if you move over here. So either move here to have your trash be able to join the fight, or walk over here to completely negate these two. Because this is very, very specific. But they kind of just walked around, you know. Like this guy being here actually is a huge deal. And he realizes too late, and he's kind of afraid as well because he's low HP. But yeah, you can just kill the Renata here probably. Because think about it again, they have poke, right? You have all in. and this is an all-in situation. So you should be winning it. Cool. So at this point, you're still quite healthy because the potions finished ticking, and then you get hit by W. So that's bad. This is the situation.
So, like, I was almost out of it. Almost out of it. Like,
yeah, so you remember your little rule when you should be comfortable losing gold and XP. You don't even lose XP here. So losing 30 gold for basically going into the threshold in which you can no longer all in them if Thresh manages to get a good engage is not worth it, right? And you legit got 14 gold out of all of that because I think this is getting less hit by Thresh for you. See? And if they use their spells on Thresh and Thresh actually manages to get one of them, you're just winning. Not gonna lie, your Thresh is kind of playing a tiny bit more passively than I'd hope or I would enjoy, but it's fine. Yeah. I'm just giving you information that I see that you might actually be able to use as well because you're playing duo, yeah? So if your HP is here and the Thresh HP is here, then it's better to walk up for him, her, I don't know.
For her to walk up, yes.
Yeah. Because again, if they engage her, then you can kill.
Right, yeah.
Especially in low, very low, people want switch targets. So you can use this like this is literally the most important. If you want to improve quickly and you're playing with a duo, then teach this to her. If she walks up and they focus her and you get to free hit, there is literally zero way of you losing. If you actually hit as well. And you either hit Brand or you hit Renata in this situation. You're gonna win both situations. You should be hitting Renata because then you can solo Brand as well. But yeah, this is legit the most important thing. This is why supports are so very useful on lane. Like they have so much more agency. Yeah. It's a bit counterintuitive though, because for the support, so you want to do the exact opposite because you want to negate their win condition, but for your support to win, I mean, she actively has to walk into theirs.
Yeah, no, it sounds strong.
Okay, so I don't like this W actually, because if you're playing with an engaged support, then using W for poke or, I mean, sure, let's hit a cannon with it, but you're very, very low mana, low HP, and you basically killed your engage potential for 20 seconds. Because if the hook lands and the E lands and you hit an auto Q W into it, that procs your passive as well. So basically, you're almost one-shotting someone, right? Without your W, you're dealing like half that amount of HP. So yeah, with engage supports, you can't really afford to do this that often, and especially now, because there is no win con for you by pressing this W for 20 seconds. Okay?
Yeah. Many times after this.
Now you know. Again. And then we're wondering why we can play the lane, true? You're actually pushing as well. And you haven't recalled either. Like, this is legit the worst situation you can be in. Jungler is on top. You're pushing away from yourself. The minions are automatically pushing away from you. You don't know where the enemy jungler is. And yeah, you have 0 HP and 0 mana. And you just use your W. Like, it's absolutely atrocious. Only thing that could make this worse is you not having summoners. And by the way, this brand is absolutely dogshit because against brand, you need to be very far from the already burning minions of yours because Brand can very easily spread the E with it. Do you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like, you know, because you're just walking up next to it.
No, but think about it.
Ah, well,
Autopilot.
yeah, think about this then. Yeah, think about it before the game happens. So try to envision how you would lose the matchup on bot lane. And this is one of the ways that they can poke you, okay? This is the most consistent ways of them poking you. Because it has the longest range of all. Like, I'm not kidding. This is no fucking flame at all, but from here on out, from 3 minutes to 3:40, you're legit playing a mage. Like, you're not autoing, you're just Wing from afar and then watching.
Because it feels like it can.
Well, yes, because you put yourself into very bad situations because you didn't use the previous situations in which you could have won to your advantage. So, honestly, you're in this situation because you, after fucking up so many times, right? You didn't recall here. Like, if you absolutely have to recall, then do it on a normal wave instead of a cannon wave. Like, if the cannon wave is coming, like here, and you start recalling, that's fine. Because then the cannon will live long enough and will tank long enough that you don't lose many minions if the enemy just hard pushes it. But if you don't have that situation and you're like here and this is the normal wave, then it's fine to just recall here because you're only losing a normal wave. It's not good. This is mitigation. So it means you're already inting. You already inted previously. So you need to kind of save the situation, right? So yeah, ideally recall when a new cannon wave is coming here before your wave is gonna start pushing back, because right now this is gonna make it so that your wave is gathering together here, which makes it so that they won't meet in the middle. And if the enemy knows what's up, and it's actually very surprising that they did it perfectly, it's gonna bounce back to them, in which case you need enough HP and mana to either threaten an all-in or to make sure that it goes under tower, otherwise they can freeze and you're just fucked. So here is when you should realize that. Like, you take this wave. Actually, if you recall immediately here, you probably lose not that much. Because it takes quite a while for them to kill this wave ASAP. But I actually wouldn't recall here because you don't want to recall right now because I don't know how many. Yeah, you have 250 Gs, so that sucks. You don't want to recall here, but you also can't afford to be poked so that you can keep last hitting all of this under tower. So that's what you fucked up here actually. Remember this CS? And like this completely fucks your lane. As we can see, for the foreseeable future. Unless something magical happens, which it doesn't. So yeah, remember this wave bounce, because this wave crashes, and this doesn't completely die. It does actually, but this doesn't. It doesn't completely crash, which means it bounces back. Okay? Like, if this wave goes under tower completely and dies before this next wave comes here and touches it, then it doesn't bounce back. It's shit anyway, because you let them win. Alright, let's move. Let's see how this actually ends. So support actually wanted to recall, which is fine. Like, how the fuck? I wanna see. So this is pushing away from you. They should freeze. They have full HP, right? I want you to learn from what they are doing wrong as well. So if you're in the exact opposite situation, you're in this situation and this is your enemy, what can you do to maximize their suffering?
Well, you just allow the wave to push into you, then you free.
Yeah, exactly. And then you thin the wave so it doesn't crash under your tower and doesn't take all of your HP. Yes. And if they don't recall, then poke them and kill them.
The way that happens.
Yes, and position in here, because then you can threaten and maybe even zone yourself, in this case, out of XP range as well, and that's the max win. Only thing to look out for is what? If you're in this situation and you do exactly what we just talked about, what should you look out for? What is the only problem with this? Only possible problem? Yes? Yeah, if you're freezing in this situation and you're Brand and Renata.
If we go B and then they don't realize and we come back.
No, that's actually not that big of a problem here. Because they're full HP, full mana, and you didn't buy a pickaxe, right? You can't buy a pickaxe. So it's not that significant of a purchase that you absolutely have to match it.
Yeah, but I get Carl and refillables.
Yes, and they can still lane anyway.
Sure, but we break the prison.
Yes, but they can still lane anyway. You've already lost 2 waves by them.
But I don't know what they think to what's also probably it's something like that.
Exactly. So if they don't know where Viego is and Viego is here, and they are freezing here and trying to zone you, Viego walks over in the tribush and fucks them behind, and GG.
Yeah. Viego is bottom top side as any junglers.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't care about that. To be honest, I have no idea what the fuck this top lane matchup is. Honestly, I've never seen a Yasuo versus Master Yi top lane matchup, so...
I don't question anything. After this brand Renata months, I do not question anything like me top should fuck it well.
Good. Lower your ego, that's the best thing you can do. And see, by the way, he packed it towards top, and he's here anyway. Perfect. I mean, if it doesn't die, then I don't know. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this happened why? Yes, so wait. Think about it from Renata and Brand's perspective. What did they fuck up? Because they fucked up because they died, right? Why did this happen?
Overstayed, pushing without any vision.
Yes, sir, that's what I wanted to hear. So they first of all they broke the freeze for fun. And then when they were pushing, because the wave was pushing by itself naturally, they didn't get vision after that before walking up so far. And then they didn't envision a situation in which they get hooked and lanterned and they died. True? True.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Hooker God. Nice. Okay, so take me through what goes down in your mind right now regarding wave management.
Well, probably the better call would be to think over it. To like leave it as is. That's right.
Okay, it's better than what you do. Yes.
Well, I autopilot and push without even checking that the wave is literally.
Yes, so remember, think before you act. After killing enemy on lane, think before you act. So let's think. What should you think about right now?
Where is the next wave?
Yes, that's one thing, yes.
I can buy without having to push it.
Yes. Okay. First thing is, how do you minimize your missed XP and gold? That's what I want you to know.
How do I minimize?
Yes, that's what you should think about. Because, yeah, we push wave, we don't push wave and shit like that, but why do we do all of these things? We want to minimize the amount of gold and XP we lose, right? So, what happened right now on this lane that made it so that we can no longer consistently stay here and get XP and gold?
We are both low HP
And
what? Vel'Koz is here?
And Brand is coming with full HP, full mana. So we know that soon the lane is going to be unplayable, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Why is that? Because the enemy died. Cool. Now, with that in mind, we also know that for a short while we have a number advantage, right? Against Renata. Okay, we have barely any fucking mana. But we have Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz pushes quickly. Now, in this situation, I would ping 11 million thousand times to push the Nave and perhaps the next one as well. And Vel'Koz should help you. If you can get your Vel'Koz to help you, then you should push both waves. In fact, what you can actually do, that is something even better than that. You should ask your Vel'Koz to stay here. You immediately recall and you go mid to catch the wave, and then after that you swap.
Okay.
That's the best thing you can do here, because there are no risks to that at all. Like, you can for sure do this and you lose nothing basically. You minimize what you as a team lose by going to mid and catching that as well. And this guy is full HP, full mana. You can for sure lane against them, especially against them because he's a mage, right?
Yeah, he was on billion range.
Yes, sir. So that's the best thing to do there. The second one is to push with him together, and then he goes back to mid and you go to your lane. And then the third thing to do is leave the wave as is, because, and it's very, very niche, but this cannon is full HP and I think it's targeting this cannon. So I think this cannon dies before this cannon, and that basically freezes for a moment. So you don't lose everything here, I think. And yeah, after that, you did the worst thing, I think, by pushing this and then recalling. I guess that's also fine if you need the gold. If you need this gold to get a better buy, then it's fine, but you're losing. You understand that you're losing XP for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Crash kinda can one-shot this cannon actually. So that's good. But yeah, you guys have no mana. Vel'Koz fucks up to me.
She freezes if she's more.
Okay, let's think about it. You're Renata right now. This happens to you. Walk me through over what you're thinking about this situation.
Hard push me around and then I recall. Or we send the next wave, or I just take the melee minion and then I recall.
I would actually just take the... Okay. Why do you need to recall?
Well, obviously, like, that the enemy will come back. There's people mana. Dies.
Yes, exactly. Good.
And that would be with almost nothing.
Yes, sir. Okay, another question. To set up a freeze, because freezing here is the best thing to do for Renata, and then immediately recalling, yes? To set up a freeze, how many minions do you need? Yes, sir. What changes in number? Because you can actually freeze with 1 minion as well.
With one? Yeah, it's only...
No, you can do it with 1 melee or 1 caster minion.
Oh, that you could take the cannon instead than the other 4.
I take these 2 and stay here, pull the wave over here. So these 3 minions would be here. And then that would make it so that the next wave dies right when I come back, and I lose basically nothing for it. And so how many minions you need to set up a freeze depends on where you start the freeze. So that's why I want to pull the wave here, because this is where if 6 minions meet 6 minions with full HP, then the lane is even in theory, right? In the middle.
Yeah.
Here is when you need 4 minions to freeze. Here is when you need 3. Here is when you need 2. Here is when you need 1.
Okay. So you would take...
I would take these 2. Because I also want the next wave that comes back to one-shot my next wave. Because then it denies the most. But it also isn't so fast that it crashes under tower, so I lose so much. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's the best way to maximize the amount of CS you as Kai'Sa lose.
Yeah.
Cool. And at the same time, you also maximize how much gold and XP you're taking away from this before you recall. So you take the most, and DPS wise, this is perfectly enough to fuck you completely.
Alright, okay. Makes sense.
Nice. Now, if you can do these things in your games, that's actually going to be so significant, because if you deny just 1 wave from the enemy that you otherwise wouldn't, then you've set them back by half a minute, because that's how often minions waves spawn, right? Any questions?
No, I'm pretty okay. I understand everything.
Nice.
Honestly, just want you to like take a look at the whole gameplay. Like I wish we'll have time for the second one as well. It's very important because the second game I was excited and we still lost.
Okay, sure. We're
Like
almost
that
1
is
hour
almost
in,
more
right?
important.
We're like 1 hour in right now.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we're chilling. We're chilling. So it's kind of pushing to us now. Very good. We get free engage. Very good. We get free kills. Very good. All you have to do is literally your whole entire lane is being won for you. Oof.
Nice.
So yeah. Okay, one more thing here. We kill, right? We think before we touch the wave. What do you do?
I should take it gets only 2 casters
Yes,
or 1 caster.
and that works. But first, you wanna freeze, or do you wanna push?
Oh, yes, I would like. I don't know how much gold I have.
900. So that's actually enough.
I guess I could just go. I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's better to not take this wave. And do you know why?
Because then she will lose the oncoming wave.
Listen, they are gonna lose then. The next wave is gonna be lost by them either way. So if you hard shove this wave immediately and it goes under tower, then it's lost anyway for them because the tower does it. You know. So this if you don't touch this wave, your next wave is gonna die, and the next wave, the one after this, is gonna come back right when you are, and it's gonna be right under your tower. So your support is perfectly set up to engage again. That's why. If I had a poke matchup, let's say, I would be fine to be just shoving this wave anyway. Because they're gonna lose the XP anyway, and then I get this wave and XP for sure. Now the only problem with this is the possibility of the enemy jungler being here. But we're healthy enough, we have ult, we have barrier. I don't think the enemy jungler 1v2s us here. So yeah, we can push this, I think. If we're not with engage support, okay? Now let's see. We push. They push. And see, they lose the wave anyway. And it bounces back anyway, but slower. So they have time to push it out, get vision, which is not something we wanna do. Cool. Okay, do you think this roam is good by your support or not?
Definitely not.
I think it's good actually. Why do you think it's not?
Okay, now, well, the thing is, I didn't get to see on the minimap the wave.
You should know here.
Now, should know.
Here, when this wave crashes. When this wave crashes, your support can roam for like half a minute or even a bit more. Let's see. So they go back, right? Support is roaming. It's been half a minute since that moment when we started recalling, and the wave is still not here yet, and it's coming to you, and there is no risk of this being frozen on you, so you're not going to be denied anything. So they have like a good 20 more seconds to be back. And even if they aren't back, you're full HP, you have barrier, you are almost going to have flash as well by the time that this wave is dying, and you're actually very safe under tower against these creatures for the most part, unless the enemy jungle is here as well. But yeah, so grabs are up, so supports should roam at these moments. Yes, this is the support timer. And it's all because you crashed the wave.
I didn't go that far. I just did it. And it worked out.
Yeah. Well, now you know. The support realized it, so that's very good actually. But now you know as well, and you can call it in the future. And I don't know if you've seen the latest video, educational video that I uploaded, but I talk. Yes, sir. I talk about pinging the enemy to support timers, right? Well, this is the exact situation, but from your perspective. So let's say that this wave crashes. Now the enemy support has the support timer, roam timer. So if this guy disappears and your mid laner is here, you ping like a fanatic. And then that will make a huge difference over the game. Anyway, now you know. And if you know, then you can ping. And if you can ping, then you can make things happen, so you have more agency. Okay, I never buy the sperm item before the slingshot. Like, I always go for... Yeah, I always go for the attack speed. You need an AD and attack speed, and then AP is the least valuable at the beginning of the game.
Okay. But lately I go only AP. Like, I have been amazed how well it.
Yeah, static good.
I like it. Yeah, static, and then Ginsu, and then Asus, and then
Yeah.
probably join this.
I see. Yeah, I also enjoy that build more because you have more opportunities or more options actually with your W. You can shoot from afar. You have more dimensions. You're not just an ADC.
But also, like, my passive takes out people before they even get the chance to heal or do anything. Great.
Yeah.
I probably played it very poorly. Yeah.
Okay, what do we do wrong here? Well, we committed to the enemy support, right?
I didn't flash Renata.
Yes, that too. So you committed and then you misplayed. But if you only misplay this, then we're fine. Because so what's the theory? If the enemy hooks this fucker, then you short trade and then you don't commit because it's the support and the Renata can turn it back because lethal tempo, right? Oh yeah, that was your mistake. And yeah, if you flash the Renata ult, then I think we're fine. But you also went into melee range of a brand, so he can stun you. Like, you completely fucked this up. Short. This could have been a short trade. Like, if you do this much and you don't commit, you're fine. If Trash takes the hook, I mean, you can't go. You just can't go. This is the situation where you allow your support to run it down if they wanna. Okay, let's speed it the fuck up. Do we wanna talk about mid game?
Mid game? Can even set it to like faster speed. I don't know what is it.
It's already 1.5, but I guess yeah, we can speed it up.
Yeah, like if we see anything noteworthy.
Okay, wait, first, you don't have pin cord, which is fine because you haven't bought an item yet. You don't have a slot for it. I guess maybe there's an argument to be made that you can buy it instead of M-Tome because M-Tome is not that relevant here. But you don't buy a pink here either, so that's very sad. Catching this wave is good, but you want to be on mid immediately.
Okay, go afterwards.
Okay, I guess you have a Valkaz which really doesn't want to leave mid, which is fine. You push one more and then you fall back immediately, otherwise you risk getting fucked on here. And you also want to be on time for Drake. So yeah, right now you can make a decision of whether you want to play with your team. If you think you can 5v5, then you want to be on Drake. If you don't think so, you ping them back 11 million times. And
I think I was beaten. I just went for the tower without communication.
Well, I'm telling you what you should do in the future. So if you're in this situation, don't be tilted. And actually you're doing decently. Like, this is fine. This is a very fine position to be in. And yeah, if the enemy is going for Drake and you feel like you can't 5v5 them, then ping them off and go for tower, go for next play, go for 2 more plates, and then recall, because by the time Drake will be dead and someone will come for you. Okay, here you definitely want to go for more because now you abandon Drake for nothing. Because if you can get more gold and you can accelerate yourself, you might even get your third item very quickly, and then you can make the difference, right?
Yeah. Some reason that still
Interesting.
even had time to be under it because they fucked it up.
You didn't. Like, you didn't. Your team has to face check together. and the Drake is already dead. So if the Drake is already dead, then you shouldn't be here. You should be pushing.
Like, I was already there. The Drake was still up. They were still not on it.
No.
Now
the Drake is up, but the Drake is not up. So they've already guaranteed that they're taking this Drake for sure, because your jungler isn't here, because you weren't here at the same time either. And so you were late, is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, the fact that they haven't taken the Drake yet, and they're about to take it in a few seconds, doesn't mean anything, because your jungler already abandoned the Drake because you weren't here.
Well, if he did.
Yes, but look, if you play jungle, you're also gonna go for your camps. If your ADC decides to fuck off to top lane, then you suspect that they're gonna continue going, not that he recalls and then the enemy is inting, and you know that this is not good gameplay by anyone. So you shouldn't expect your jungler to also int his game, because everyone else is going to int it.
Okay.
Cool. So right now you should be pushing mid and hugging this side of the mid, because they are gonna approach from bot lane after the Drake is taken, right? And you're gonna push the wave and ideally take plate or two, and then kite towards top, and then you might even take this wave as well. And if they are very slow or they aren't coming, then you might even take a plate, but that's kind of risky, because at this moment when you're already here, then Baron is almost coming, and if you die, they for sure get it, for sure, and your team is gonna run it down as well, and game is lost. So you take wave, you push one plate, you move towards top, you take wave, and then you recall, and then you're in time for Baron this time, actually. Boom. Instead we did nothing, and now they have mid push, top push, bot push, and Baron is coming, and we have no vision, and yeah, your support should be... So once you've abandoned the Drake, your support should set up Baron, because it's coming in 1 minute. You should ping it, even if it's not your duo. Yeah, I fucking hate these words. Conversely, if you can do the same or ask for your support to do the same in this situation, yeah, this word is very, very important, because they know that you're here. You can't do anything because this support is, this word is here. You move to top, they know. You move to bot, they know. Okay, I think you can ult in there and kill. Like now. I think you can kill it. Maybe not though, honestly. It looks kind of strong. I think you kill. If you ult for range and use your barrier, like, you can kill it. I'm pretty certain he has shutdown too. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. No, he doesn't actually. What the fuck? Yeah, he has a bit of a shutdown. Small one. Remember shutdown hunting? That's how you come back.
That's shutdown now give XP as well.
No. No, but usually higher level enemies have shutdowns, like, because they have kills, which means they're higher level, right? And higher level enemy champions give you a fuck ton more XP, like a lot.
Okay, that's how it goes. Okay.
Okay, I wanted something. So, yeah, it'd be ideal to kill the E, but it's also fine not to in this situation, because remember, find the leaks in your team. So right now, your top laner is dead, which means, and your jungler is dead as well. So the camps are up, and 2 lanes are gonna be free to farm. So in the next 30 seconds, if you're doing everything correctly, you should get like 20 CS. So if you push this, and then you immediately go top, you get a huge wave as well, and then you can come back to bot perhaps as well. Yeah, so ideally what should happen is that you catch this wave, Vel'Koz goes top, and then you get the mid wave as well. Or if these fuckers aren't here in another universe, then you just take the Gromp as well. Yeah. But yeah, waves first and then camps, because your jungler gets punished by you taking it. Actually, you can also just take Gromp, because they can also just go top after that. But your top laner is also coming. You understand the principle. Whatever you do, don't give a fuck about the inters, because at this point they're inters. They just die for fun, right? you maximize your own income with whatever way you think is best. But
I think Diego was actually even thermal typing, like he was Astor muted. Astor muted. So
nice.
but I muted him.
Yes, sir.
Then
Good.
I tried to join here, but I got met with screen out.
Yeah, I think you should have your item soon, no? No, actually. Wow, you're... What the fuck? We're so broke.
I felt extremely big.
So here, this should be a lesson for you. You can do this with no vision. Like you can do this.
I should have gone the long way at least.
Yeah, like this way. That's the safe way.
Yeah.
Cool, we're taking wave. Kind of skipping a lot because you want to take a look at the next game as well.
So this one I know I fucked up.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what you do after third item, because that's when we're strong and maybe we can do something. And the next one you don't know what you fucked up. Is what you wanted to say, right?
No, like I know I played better, but I guess I don't exactly.
Should be very good, by the way. Ooh. Yeah, don't let the brand ult bounce that much.
That's why I went the other way.
Yeah, but if you do it a tiny bit faster, then you have this much HP, and then maybe you can follow up on whatever the fuck is happening there. In this situation, it didn't matter, but maybe it would, you know. I just wanted to let you know that that's something to keep in mind. That's very important, because it can fuck your entire team. Good. Get kill. Yeah, again, try to set up objectives and then protecting the vision that you set up. And if you do that, they are basically face checking into no vision, and then you're getting free picks, and then you have number advantages which you can use to start Baron, by which you force them into a disadvantageous team fight that you can either get a Baron from or multiple kills, and then you get Baron anyway. Yeah. Protect the vision. Set up vision, protect vision. And before the objective spawns, ping your team to set up vision. And also try to help them with it. So what your job is as an ADC is to push out the wave that kind of CCs the enemy during while they are less hitting, right?
Yeah, so we can have priority to go for vision.
Yes. That's how you help your support to get vision.
You know what's funny? Like most of the things we talk about, like in as an idea, let's say I know it, but then in practice, I don't do it. Like it's funny. Yes,
that's something I heard yesterday as well, in my other coaching. So everyone has a lot of superficial knowledge on League, and it's because we have so many educational videos and we have heard these things all the time, but we don't completely understand it. You understand by doing and experiencing, and you need more practice, and you need, how do you say this? You need practice that is intentional. You know, like you need to intentionally practice your weak areas, and you focus on not all of them at the same time. Otherwise, you can't solidify the things, because you need to build all these skills slowly.
as a habit.
Yeah. Because you don't know it, because you can't at the moment think about everything that needs to be thought about. Yeah, if it's a habit, then you can just do it because it's a habit. It's like breathing. You don't have to think about it, right? That's why you can put it into practice. See how easy the game is ever since you got third item, by the way? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's basically our kill. Kill level 16 point. Not completely, but almost. Cool, we just keep winning. Do we win this actually? Yeah, do you know why? Yeah, because we're not on side lanes, we don't mid. So we're just gonna get caught. I can already see. And
but what, like, really? You would go side lane as with this? Isn't this like supposed to be like rule number one? You always go mid?
no,
Mid.
with Baron, you siege on side lanes because it offers more protection. Because
No, we don't have Baron.
not anymore. You wasted 3 minutes. Yes.
Ah, you mean when we have Baron?
Yes, sir. Yes. When you siege, when you wanna siege, you wanna go to side lane because then it protects you from bot. So you can only be flanked from top. You only need to pay attention to one side rather than all directions, because on mid you can be flanked from everywhere. So Baron is you guys is break. Honestly, this Baron just kind of makes it so you don't lose already. You need another one and more picks and shit like that to actually win the game. And then with next Baron, maybe you could crack their base open, and then because you are very, very behind. And then if you guys know when the actual ending points are, so when you kill all of them after, like, yeah, honestly, you might genuinely be able to end soon if you actually have a mid wave or mid lane. And
by the way, this book I got it. I was like, who can this book? And she was like, why? And I said, you'll see that in it. Then they were two.
yeah, I also have an interesting intuition for where people are hiding because of Kai'Sa W's probably. Again, we just don't have vision for Drake. We're not face checking together with our team. Because if Trash gets engaged on, we're fine, right?
Yeah. Support.
Yeah. Okay, so you're kind of AFK here, and that's actually costing a lot. Like, your team gets caught on side.
But isn't this their fault?
Yes, but I don't care about what. Listen, I'm not coaching them. I'm coaching you. You could have done this better as well.
Oh, like, should I go with Velkozan?
No, you killed the Volibear. It is alone.
Okay.
And then they don't get Mountain Soul, and then you have your shit stacked up. You have Flash, Barrier, Ult, Zonya, full item. Like, you can legit kill everyone here if you do well.
Right.
So right now your team, like Viego and Velkas, are basically tanking for you, right? This guy die, you W 1 or 2 times these two too, and they go bye-bye as well. Like, see how long it takes for Yi to come over here, and then it would take even longer. You can also flash over the wall, you can Zonya, Thresh can Lantern, like, there are so many things you can do here.
Even Yasuo went, but I didn't because I was like, bro, we die here.
Yeah, but you don't have a choice, because if they get Soul and Velkas and Viego are dead, I think they can probably just end.
Yeah.
Not so simple, but possibly. See? It takes for eternity to kill you. Anyway, cool. Next game. Fuck, man. I'm so bad with timing. I mean, how do they say this? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, I think
you're still learning about it as well. That's, learning, I guess, how to coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The problem is that there is always so much to say about each thing, because I see so many things, and I think we're spending the time efficiently. It's just that there's not enough here, Like, if we don't go over the last play there, then you will lose a fuck ton of game because we missed the information. Okay, do we wanna focus on lane or what is the problem here?
I guess mostly this game. The problem, I don't think it was I think it was like
cool. So 2-1-4. That's good. We wanna catch the moment when we're inting. So stop getting tilted. You are in a very good position. Like, stop. I do this when I'm 0-6.
Well, you know what the things that tilted was the fact that our jungler kept playing for top side that was 0-7 or something. Meanwhile, we win bot lane. Like, he not even campus, he didn't take for us, or we
So basically, yes, I understand. Your teammate is inting, and you see their mistake, and you're trying to control them, and they don't listen to you. But listen, you can only control your own champion, and you can ping to communicate with them. But they are also getting tilted, and you can't control that either. So the only thing you can do is not tilt yourself, focus on what you can, try to communicate the good things, and it's up to them whether they listen or not. And I know that it's fucking hard. I know. That's what you have to do. Otherwise, it's not going to be beneficial.
Yeah. And this is like the exact point where I told you, like, in the notes, I know, like, in theory, I've written all these things down. It doesn't mean I actually do it in the game.
Yeah. I also am,
Okay, bro.
in videos that I make, educational videos, I also try to teach people on what to do, but it doesn't mean that I can always do it myself. And
Yeah, exactly.
mainly mental, but yeah.
Practice versus theory.
Like, man, if I could do everything that I can do sometimes, all the time, then I'd be so much higher rank.
Yeah, I guess. All of us.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
So Mordekaiser was like the biggest threat, the biggest problem.
I mean, yeah, that's what top does. If they win it, then it's fucked. Especially when your jungler isn't winning bot, because then you're actually a very good counter to it. ADC is the only counter against top laners that are 1v9.
But he's a Mordekaiser.
Oh, I frequently 1v1 Mordekaisers in late game in their ult.
In the ult. I was actually very afraid of him, to be honest. But I wanted to ask you about build wise. So here I go Morello. I like complete it.
I would never. I would never.
Never build Morello.
Okay, like one in like 500 games.
And I guess that would have to be like Vladimir, Mordekaiser.
It should never be you. That's the point. It should never be you. But if it has to be you, then you do it. But it should never be you. And then
Plus, to be honest, I saw that if I build more damage like Shadowflame instead of Morello, it performs very nice. Like, it doesn't matter if they heal, they get one shot. You know?
Yes, I understand. I'm saying if you must do it, but it shouldn't be you.
Yeah.
Very good, Quadra, nice. What's the problem here?
I don't know. I probably fuck up somehow. Again, I don't know.
Voice staff. Why do we buy a voice staff?
Because Kane, Dio, and Porter.
Okay. GP, Talon, and Volibear.
Yeah. What about them?
They're AD.
Yes. Yeah, but the thing is that GP was like 0-100. He can't do shit.
Yeah, look Galio. Look Galio. Do you see how much armor and how much MR he has?
Yeah, he has armor.
He has zero magic resistance. Zero. Yeah. Because your team is mostly AD. You're also not completely AP yourself. You're kind of dealing AD damage as well, right?
Yeah, I ended by going void stuff. That was the second item I wanted to ask you for. Regarding void stuff and the other one that gives penetration. What is it called? That one. So between the two, which one would you like ideally? So not in this game, in general. Yeah, in general, like in general, not for ADCs, not for Kai'Sa, but in general, the difference between the two is that Void Staff gives more magic pen and Crit Bloom gives you haste. And by this, you should think you go Void Staff if you one-shot someone, and you go Crit Bloom if you need multiple rotations. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, if I had to build one of the two in this game, what Crit Bloom better actually? I think so, yes, but you shouldn't build either because you don't need. Yeah, of course. So you don't. So if you're going AP, only the situations in which you should. Like in this situation, you shouldn't go AD. You never need Void Staff because they can't stack magic resistance because you have so many AD threats. If they stack magic resistance, then your teammates will 1v9. Even if they are dog shit, like they will have items and they will deal damage. And for AD champions, LDR is just a must-have
Like everyone has to have LDR, because in League of Legends, champions get naturally a lot more armor than magic resistance. Look, you're level 16. You're level 16 and you have 50 MR. What the fuck is that, dude? And if you think in terms of percentages, this voice staff from 49, removes, I think it gives 40%, right? It removes 19. Okay, 20. Yeah, it removes 20 magic resistance. Bro, you buy Shadow Flame and you get a nasty fucking passive as well, right?
How Shadow Flame passive works.
So if you deal damage that would bring them under the threshold of 30% or so, I don't actually know exactly, then it deals the funny. And that's how I actually dealt 4k damage at times with W and passive.
So it crits if make them go under 30%.
Yes.
So it then even more damage.
Yes. I think that's how it works. But anyway, it works very well.
Like if we auto attack them, works like that even with our passive, like auto attacking even.
Yes.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yes. So if you need purely damage, you go Rabadon and then you go Shadow Flame. Or so the other way around. Shadow Flame is better than Voice Staff here for sure.
Yeah. So here I should have actually gone Shadow Flame, Rabadon. That's it. Instead of Voice Staff, Morello.
Okay. Morello might be valuable here. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know how much they heal. But yeah, that's my general build, honestly. You can either go Banshees, Zonya, or Voice Staff. You would like pick two of those and then Rabadon.
Yeah, I get you.
You can also go Rabadon over Shadow Flame. Like, yeah, you can also go Shadow Flame, Banshees, and Zonyas. If you're a bit more broke, but Rabadon's is very good when you have so many ABA items. I don't know. Shadow Flame, win percentage wise, doesn't have as much win rate if you go fourth. It's 56% actually. Recently, it's not that bad. Yeah.
But actually, the best, I guess, performing one is Zonya.
No, it's Rabadon's. If you get it, then it's very good. And then Dusk and Dawn is also very good.
Yeah, but much less games.
Yes, that's true. It's still not the best performing though. Like this, after like 3,000 games or so, it kind of gives you a certain amount of good information, you know. Like if there are 100 games, then I wouldn't take it seriously. But if there are like 3,000,
you ever build Dusk? The Dusk and Dawn, I mean, as like the without counting third item.
For third, I never. For fourth, I do sometimes if I go Omnivan. Sometimes even without Omnivan boots. Because if you pair this together with fourth item Dusk and Dawn, it deals so much good damage. And it heals you as well. And Dusk and Dawn also heals you. And yeah, you can keep proccing Dusk and Dawn because you heal a lot and you're tanky. And yeah, they synergize very, very well together. But by itself, I'm not a fan.
By fourth, no.
Yeah, I'd rather get Zonya or Banshees or Shadow Flame or Rabadon, but it works. It works. It's a preference thing. It actually. So I personally don't really like it, but look, the win rate is by far the best.
I don't like it either. I don't really like this.
Yeah, you know why it works is because you can auto QW someone and it procs your passive by yourself. That's why it's so much better. And if you can continuously hit, Nashor's is better, but it also gives you more HP. So you need to fight less. And like, think about it. You can't always auto attack in a team fight. You need to sometimes wait for cooldowns and shit. So if that's the case, then Dusk and Dawn is gonna outperform Nashor's because Nashor's would like to always fight. And Dusk and Dawn has a 1.5 sec CD, right? So that's the difference between the two items, and that's why I guess this is better because yeah. All right, let's not over explain.
Okay.
Morello. Let's check Morello because I'm actually interested in it.
For me, it seems like very bad. Rank1 Kai'Sa.
Okay, not popular items.
Like it's not even in winning items.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right. Well, there goes. That I don't build it for a reason. It seems.
Yeah. Very bad.
One more thing, just to really make sure. Items, Kai'Sa. Where the fuck is it? 4 plus. Yo, it's not even here. All right, no one built it. Cool.
Insane. So I have no idea.
Yeah. Listen, this is fine. Buying this when you really need anti-heal is fine, but I wouldn't complete the item usually. Like, your team should buy it. Like, GP can just be the funny item, and this guy also can build a funny item, you know. Mortal reminder. So it should never be. And by the way, just for your information, GP has the funny item as well. Look. See?
Oh, yeah, he does.
So you're just packing this shit. It's so bad.
Yeah. That was so troll from me.
Hmm?
Is there a way where I engage in this fight and we somehow win? Like from my point of view, the volleyball in absolute dog shit.
Okay, let me pose a question here. If you E in here, like you don't even E in, just walk up and hit them and then E out when they engage on you. How do you die?
How do I die?
Yeah.
I guess Pont from Galio or Mordevil.
So do you or do you not?
But I guess no if I E.
Yeah. I would just start hitting them. If they engage on me, I pull them away from their team and hit them. And if I'm hitting them and they're hitting my Volibear, in theory we should win. By the way, my Talon is not here, so that's a problem. That's a big problem.
That's why I'm saying it looked bad. Like I knew it was only the 4 of us. And all of a sudden I see this guy going in on Twitch to under tower.
Cool, so
Meanwhile,
you're...
we have two guys coming on us. We also don't know where kings. Like, this is so bad.
Yes. Yeah. What you can do is hit these guys. And if you know that this is shit, then ping him back in time. That's what your mistake was then. So if you know, then ping him back. Because he might not know. Communication. You tell them he does whatever the fuck he wants after you communicated, but yeah. Cool.
Okay.
So hit this, E out. If more doubles you 1v1 it with Zonya. You Zonya Q, you ult another Q, you dodge the EVT, and you can't lose, I think. By the way, holy shit, you can actually kill that guy because you hit the W. You legit kill the Twitch there. If you don't ult into his melee range, because then Lulu ult can knock you up, and then polymorph, and then you actually don't kill. But if you ult W in, it die. Like, it die. This die too, and this die too after. Like, I'm telling you, you actually win the game here.
Okay, so there was...
Yeah. It's not ideal to do any of these, by the way, because Talon isn't here, top is not pushing, bot's not pushing, we don't know where Kane is. You're right, but there was an angle, yes. Cool. Ah, now we're going too fast, because now we still have 15 minutes. Morello no mi con. GG. Ooh, okay. So, what the fuck are we doing? Question mark.
I have no idea. Autopilot.
Yes, very bad. Don't do this. You want a face check, set up vision. Mid is pushing by itself, you shouldn't even be here. You should be on side lanes. You push one, and then you should be on top. And GP shouldn't be teleporting to bot, but anyway, you should be on top because it's closer to Baron that is coming up soon. So with the next Baron, we actually end the game. We want to set up vision on that blue side jungle. Yeah, we want to push to top. We want to ideally take the tower if they allow it, or if they don't, then GP just takes bot. Yeah.
So I guess me and Trey should go on top.
Yeah. And you don't want to be here at all. You don't want to stand next to the wall either, like against assassins in general. Like, I lost the game because I had Zonyas and I was waiting for enemy Rengar to kill me. He ulted, I was waiting, I pressed Zonyas, I can do it consistently, I can Zonya the damage. And he one-shot me from the fucking walls. Like he jumped from here to here because I stood next to the wall, and he one-shot me from full, and I lost the game because of it. And that's how I learned not to stand next to fucking walls when you're against assassins that can come through it. So if you're here, you don't die to Kayn, but you're here, so you die to Kayn.
Yep.
See, there is no time to react. Honestly, they're decently played in terms of mechanics, you know.
Sometimes. Some other times I just do everything.
Same. And yet again, we're getting fisted for fun. So, what do you have to look out for in a team fight right now?
Kayn, knock-up, and Mordecai the rule and font from Galio. And follow-up.
And Lulu ult and Lulu polymorph and Twitch in general and
Yeah.
Kayn in general. So yeah, it's not an easy one. But if you wait for like half of these to be spent and you see where Kayn is, and then you wait for Twitch to be out in the open, then you can kill everyone.
Yeah.
Cool. To be fair, Mordult is not that big of a threat if your team is also around. Because I think you can kill it quickly.
Like the whole game, this whole game I was just scared shitless of this Mordecai because every time, like the whole laning phase, I would hear an ally has been This guy was built into like a fucking mega monster final boss. I was like, bro, I'm gonna avoid all costs.
Cool.
But now I have no reason to, because I'm full build.
Yeah, press tab. Which game is this?
I don't.
This one. Yeah, look, bro has 1.5 or magic resistance items. Like maybe 2 with the boots as well.
Yeah, let's say 2 at best.
Yeah, you dodge his Qs and his E, and you just win.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, you don't want to be ulted by him because he has Mantle Soul as well, so it's not that good, but you don't have to be that afraid of it. You should have not been afraid of it earlier.
Yeah.
They're doing better here. We're face checking, you should W it. Cool.
He stole it actually.
Oh my god. And we lose this game.
Yeah.
Bro, you guys
first we killed him on bottom, and now we steal bottom.
But you guys just win this right here. You all in. They have Baron buff. I mean Baron debuff on them still. They are half HP. You hit W. You ult in auto Q. No, auto Q. It die. And you kill these two. And then Twitch might open on you, but you can just peel off. Your team will probably follow up on it. It's so simple to kill these. Like, look. Just go. Legit, just go. And now Talon will die to Twitch. It's so obvious what's gonna happen. He actually he lived it. Nice. Talon champion, Lule. This is where you deal 4k damage if you have Shadow Flame. 2.5k, holy shit. Without Rebellion. Damn.
Yeah, without Rebellion. And some of it. What I noticed is like even if you are like AP heavy as a team, still doesn't really matter if I go. Like
it does. If everyone is, if they stack MR, it matters a lot.
I hate going AD, you know, like I feel so. It's like shooting myself in the leg.
I felt like that also, but then I realized that the AD build actually feels very good as well. Like,
it does. I'm not saying it doesn't, but passive damage gets cooked. No reason.
It doesn't. You buy a Zhonya's and it deals more than anything else actually.
So you would go back and Ginso and then under RPD and then IE and then LDR or Mortal Reminder and then you would
No.
have everything of its own.
LDR 4th, and IE 5th, or Zonya's 5th. But yeah, IE is very good. If you go IE 5th, you have infinite damage. I dare say you deal more damage with AD than AP then.
Why wouldn't you to like it and
I
then
don't
you
like.
have
I don't like. Because of exactly what you said. Then the passive is good. Yeah. You go actually. Is Yunta Rageblade a thing? No, right?
I don't think but it even sounds bad, bro.
Yeah.
Yunta
Where the fuck is this shit?
sounds like how bipolar disorder, you know. Going for one build, going for another.
Yes, sir. Can you see Yunta? Because I for sure fucking can't.
I can
What the fuck?
I cannot see.
Here though.
But it's there, yeah.
Yeah, it kinda doesn't work, yes. I guess it works with PD and with Fiend Hunter. I don't know, I just don't wanna. Because I like the builds already, why should I not go it?
So Kraken Ginso into Lady, right?
Kraken, Ginzo, Fiend Hunter or PD, so you need a zeal item. And then LDR IE. Always go LDR IE. Or LDR Zonya IE, or Zonya LDR IE. Always have LDR before IE. Mortar Reminder also works if you really have to. But I prefer LDR because the extra damage that LDR gives, you know, the passive, it works for AP damage as well and passive and everything. What the fuck is it? LDR. Deal up to 15% bonus damage.
Based on the bonus.
Yes, but it doesn't say it deals bonus physical damage, it says bonus damage. So, it's big for our passive. By the way, you literally just made me understand why LDR feels much better than IE on Kai'Sa.
Wait, why? How did I do?
I mean, because the passive goes very well. Because this works for the passive as well. You deal more damage. We get armor penetration, which getting it for fifth item is very bad. Because we go Rageblade, Kraken, and Fiend Hunter. So by this time, usually ADCs have LDR already. And if you don't go LDR here, then you go IE, that sucks because you don't cut the armor and you also don't get the extra damage from passive. And this works for passive. So this synergizes very well together because you cut their armor, you deal more damage, they have less HP. And if they have less HP, then your passive also deals more damage, which also synergizes with Giant Slayer.
Oh, okay, so it's like an infinite loop.
Yeah, kind of. I didn't understand, so I felt it, but I didn't understand why it was so good. Now I do. Nice.
Both of us do know.
What the fuck is my team doing, bro? Like, we're just not on the same page, bro. Oh. Like, we're at home and my Volibear is invading. But I don't know, trying to catch someone. But to be fair, why are we at home? You know, you fucking hinted this actually.
Wait, we took tower.
Yes, but they just stay back. You see to show, you just chill, and then you Baron buff the next wave and you go again. Because look, do you know tempo lines?
Yeah.
Well, look, they are here. You're here. They're gonna get 5-man. This guy is here. That's completely fucking it. So you need to be here. Otherwise, if they get caught, you get nothing. And they're also not gonna go for you, which means they can just end the game and get Drake and Elder and bye-bye. So you have to be here because they're here. This recall lost the game. And again, we're with Baron. Why the fuck are we going together? Mid is... Well, fuck, mid is pushing, I guess. He has to be mid, otherwise they can end. So actually, you are the one inting here. Or they are the two inting here because they're not with you. Either way, you guys, as 4, should be on the same lane. And this guy is actually doing what he has to. Because if you don't protect mid, they can just end.
Right. Okay.
To be fair, he doesn't really have to be on mid because you have Baron recalls. But it's safer to be on mid. Especially if he has TP, which I don't know if he has, but if he has TP, then it's better to be there.
So if we just stayed bottom buff the next wave as well, this doesn't happen.
It does. Maybe it doesn't in terms of maybe they don't send all the people that are being sent here, and then maybe they can 2v2 or 2v3. But now the enemy...
But if it does, we get W.
Yeah, at least you get top inhib, and maybe you can even threaten to end. Or get inhib and something gets traded for this.
Yeah, but it definitely wouldn't be as bad as it is now, where we did big shit, other than a second tier tower, and then they die as well.
Yeah. So basically do something versus don't do anything, because you didn't actually buy anything either. You bought an elixir, which you already had anyway, right now still.
Yeah, like I'm just full buying elixir. I really need to find a way to end here, not go for fights or whatever.
Yes, when you have Baron, that's when you want to end the game. Like, there should be a switch in you. You don't want to farm, you don't want to recall, you don't want anything, you want to fucking take towers. And you take it together, because Baron, by the way, this is also in the 70s, so you should study that again. With Baron, you want to be... It's actually in your summary as well. Let's see, how do we use Baron?
Yeah, it is. Baron usage.
Recall after taking Baron with your team to match their tempo. Don't immediately recall with Baron, blah blah blah, yeah. Push mid and then rotate to side lane with your teammates for number advantage. Baron buff doesn't make so much of a difference that it makes up for number disadvantages. See? And that's why they die here. Take as many of their towers and inhibitors as possible. You didn't. Now, the problem is here, so what you did here is actually correct, because look, tempo lines, you're actually ahead, which means the enemy is gonna come for you, for sure. You fall back here, good. It's actually good. But after this happens, if they don't fall back, they die. They are the next taunt targets. Like, they taunted the entire enemy team.
Literally, we had Lulu and Galio coming and probably one more person.
Yeah. Yeah. So what they do here is punish the enemy for overextending for you, right?
Here we punish our allies.
No. Yeah. No. Talon and Volibear are punishing them for committing too many people for you right now, because we actually see that they're coming for you, right? But yeah, but they get punished for punishing their mistake because you don't punish their mistake now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, essentially, we are punishing our allies.
Yes, even though they are doing what's expected, what's correct. So yeah, you fucked up, but now you know, so maybe you won't in the next time. And by the way, frequently, like in my games, frequently people fuck this up. Like, we just can't end with Baron because people don't know what it does. They just don't know what it does. You don't know how to use it. Not you, but nobody, kinda. That's what you end the game with. And instead we just get Baron, we get the peak, we get Baron, and we die. And we just like, that was so many times that happens. I'm so fucking tilted by it. And then this guy fucking runs down mid. I mean, it's so funny.
I guess if it wasn't obvious that the next time it is...
Yeah.
I don't know, like, it was so obvious that they were going.
But, by the way, just food for thought. If you know that it's obvious, then you can counter gang this by being in range, just out of vision. You in, you one-shot this guy, and nice. Now we get a kill. Or 3 even, and then the game is over. Again, they kind of fucked up, but you can salvage it if you just do what you need to. So yeah, now you know what you needed to know. Cool. You were right. This was actually a very valuable game preview. Nice video.
On my own. Like, I'm commenting to myself.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, then we just... That's that. Oh, it's fine.
Okay, what should you do here to try to salvage the game?
Give up. Next tower.
I would auto-cube this and then kite towards top I mean, you know, towards the top of the map, and then try to save this tower because this is gone. Like, so far it's good. Oh my god, Galio engage was nasty though. Ult. Oh my god, you're actually fucking fine. How to lose this? Hello? This is actually nice. Bro, everyone has flash, but it is still not lost. Ah, you're not hitting Mord. You're not hitting Mord. If you hit Mord, maybe. Like, you don't have the luxury of not fighting here for a moment. This is kind of fucking shitty. But you have to hit. Like, you have to walk his melee range because he will hit the Nexus. If he doesn't, you're already doing your job. Like, you have to, right now, after you kill Twitch, or, yeah, hit Mord in his face. Hit Mord. This was genuinely salvageable. You hit the Mord actually dies if you proc this passive, genuinely, and you flash under Fountain with Kayn. You're actually fine. Anyway. Nice. And it's perfectly 2 hours on the dot.
And by the way, only was hard stack as never before. I even voted to Rank 150. And then I declined. These games that I see are the games that put me back to Emerald for 30. So what? I gain 18 and I lose 22.
Yeah, don't care about that. Doesn't matter. I mean, not. I'm telling you not to care. And I'm not saying that I don't care. I'm telling you not to care about that because it doesn't matter. Yeah. What I wanted to say is, what changed? Because right after the previous coaching, you climbed a lot. Like I remember that you won a factor of games.
Yeah, like Emerald 2, 83, 84 and 3.
So what changed?
And then all of a sudden, I don't know. That's the thing. I kept losing, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I think your mental is shitty. Like in this game, you wanted to FF when you were in a perfectly fine situation. So
yeah, I think I also feel that of my.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to type less, not up.
Yeah, you can actually turn off your entire chat if you wanna, and just ping only. That actually can be helpful if you think so. Oh, I wanted to say something else. What was it? Mental. Nothing comes to mind. GG. It wasn't important, I guess. Ah, when did you start duoing?
Well, I think start of this week.
Ah, so you're always doing. So you need to understand that if you're doing, naturally, your teammates are gonna be of lower MMR than the opponents to make up for the fact that you're doing.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, that's a
Yes, but it also means that you have to be extra patient with your teammates. So you chose worse teammates in exchange for the non-fair advantage over the enemy bot lane.
I just wanted to go farm, right?
I understand. Well, you've chosen the wrong game.
Yeah, true, actually.
Yeah.
Having fun, not really.
Listen, you got a lot more information today. Like you know what you did wrong here. Like if you learn from half of these, you're gonna be climbing a lot, and it's gonna be fun. Try to have your support. If you have a duo, try to play with them and for them, and play for your 3-item spike. And don't be tilted. Ah, I remember. This was the thing I wanted to say, to try to save your mental a bit more. So we talked about how the shutdown system. After the shutdown system, we shouldn't be tilted anymore as much because everything game is comebackable or so. So with Kai'Sa that goes extra, because since we are not relying on XP like the KL champion does it for level 16, we only need gold, and shutdowns can actually accelerate you. So if your support is good and you're ahead, and your teammates are inting and farming you shutdowns on the other players, enemies will always in. If those shutdowns land on you and you get your third item minute 20, you're just gonna be turbo 1v9ing, like here for example. So yeah, use your inter teammates. Like, don't be mad at them for hinting. That's what they are. They're hinting teammates because you're doing. Use it to your advantage, which you actually can. And this is legit one of the best champions to do it with. Like, if you get a good laning phase consistently, and you get shutdowns to farm, you're just gonna be Thanos. That's legit a good recipe for carrying games. Right. GG.
Simon, thanks a lot. And final question: will you open this?
Possibly.
Or not?
I think so. We'll see. We'll see, but I think so.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Any more questions?
No, nothing comes to mind.
All right. Let me know if you have any. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, man.
Peace, peace.
Bye bye.